Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's get into the Word of God. Let's go to the book of Romans as we're continuing our little series here, chapter number 13. And we're going to look at verses 8 through 10. And I'll just go ahead and read it here. Owe no man anything but to love one another, for he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. And yesterday we talked about that. Love fulfills the law, and the law is boundaries, and so love has boundaries. And so we're going to look at some of the boundaries that are specifically listed here. And verse number 9, it says, for this, and then it lists a whole bunch of commandments, not all of them, but a whole bunch of commandments. And it ends with, is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And then verse number 10, love worketh no ill to his neighbor, therefore love is the fulfilling of the law. Again, reiterating verse number 8. And so if you keep these commandments that are mentioned here, love easily keeps these commandments because love fulfills these commandments. It does not break them, right? It fills them. So let's look at the first one here. For this, thou shalt not commit adultery. So just to be clear, if love fulfills the commandments, including the commandment of thou shalt not commit adultery, then adultery is not love. You see, it's not. And I'm going to take it even, not me, the Bible. Jesus actually takes it even a step further. If we go to Matthew chapter number 5, and let's see here, it's going to be verses 27 and 28. There it is. It says, this is Jesus speaking now, ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her, hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. I find it absolutely amazing how many ignorant Christians there are out there that believe that because we are under the age of grace, as they like to call it, then they can do whatever they want, and it's all under grace. And so they can live wickedly, they can live pervertedly, they can commit adultery, and we all make mistakes. It's all under the blood. Let me tell you, Jesus is even more strict with his words than the Old Testament. The Old Testament just says, thou shalt not commit adultery. Jesus said, don't even look at a woman to lust after her, because that is already adultery. He's the one that clarified that, Jesus himself. And so if we truly are saved and born again and trying to live for God, then the true love of God fulfills the law. You see? And that includes thou shalt not commit adultery. And it is absolutely appalling how many Christians think that this is okay, or that it's some light thing to commit adultery. And I remember counseling with someone actually about adultery. And he was struggling with this, and he said, I feel like I love my wife, but I also love this other lady. And I said, hold it right there, stop right there. Let's just be clear about something here. You don't love either one. You love yourself. There is no love in sin. Zero. You cannot have sin and call it love. That's what the world is trying to do. The world is trying to redefine love. But love, especially with a spouse, is free from sin. It's pure from sin. That's love. Because once sin is involved, once adultery is involved, it is no longer love. Now it is lust. Because love does not commit adultery. Adultery cannot abide in love because love fulfills the law. I'm going to stop right there. Thank you so much for joining me today. God bless you. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.